Hey, it's Brian here if you don't know me, and welcome to my channel 52. This is the first video on this channel, and so I'm kind of excited about it actually. And 52 just means that there's 52 weeks in a year, and so I want to try to do one video each week. I hope I can do that. It sounds like a lot of videos now that I think about it, but that's the goal anyway. And I just want the videos to be about life, but mostly just encouraging, something good, something that makes you feel good and just worthwhile to listen to. And so that's the goal, just encouraging videos, kind of about life itself, something that's really good. And so today I want to talk about voices because I had a lot of voices about making this YouTube channel. I'm right at the end of the year, and last year I had 3 different people say to me, you should start a YouTube channel. I'd have conversations with them and we'd go back and forth, and they said, yeah, you got some good ideas, put it on a YouTube channel. And so that's one voice coming at me, yeah, make a YouTube channel. So I shared that idea with another friend and they said, no, you shouldn't do it. Don't do it at all. And so that's a different voice. And so I've got these voices in my life. And so the idea is how do we try to figure out what voice to listen to? And then you got your own voice, right? I have my own voice in it as well. You can imagine a little miniature version of yourself. You've seen it on television, right? You got a little you on your shoulder and they're saying one thing over here and then another version of you saying something different. And I experienced that. It was like, yeah, you should do a YouTube channel, accept the challenge and risk something and try something new. And then I'm saying over here, nah, don't do it. It's a waste of time. You're going to embarrass yourself or say something stupid. And so how do you deal with that? How do you work through these voices? And so personally, I remember thinking, who do I listen to? Like, who's right? One voice is right, one voice is wrong, right? And that's an interesting thing, right? Like, I can be wrong. Like, my own voice can be wrong. It's easy for me to point to someone else and say, yeah, you're wrong, that's right, that's wrong. But I have to do that to myself even. I can be wrong. I could be lying to myself. It's kind of weird to think about that, but it's true. I remember even as a boy, I had this new guy moved to town, and he moved very close to my best friend. And I remember he even sat close to him in class. And so I remember thinking, I don't know about this guy. He's kind of moving in on my friendship a little bit. And so I remember kind of figuring out that I don't think this guy's very good for me, or he's not really good for my friend. And so I remember talking to my friend about this new guy and saying, I don't think he's very good, he's like this and that. I remember painting him kind of in a negative way. And eventually my friend said, yeah, no, I don't think so. And then eventually I got to know that new guy, and I remember thinking, wow, I was wrong there, and he became a good friend for me as well. And so I remember thinking, you can be wrong, and it's happened several times in my life. I remember, dating a girl and thinking, this is the one, this is the girl that I want to marry. Making plans with this girl and thinking about the future, and I had a couple friends say, I don't think this is the right person for you, and would give me reasons, and I'm like, nah, there's no way, right? You're totally wrong. And it ended up that we didn't last, and now when I look at her and look at her life, I think, yeah, you're right, that wasn't a very good fit. And so I just, it's important to understand that I've got voices, other people's voices, my own voices, and those people can be wrong, and I myself can be wrong, even my own voice. And so I think what I want to challenge you with this week is we got to make sure we got enough good voices in our life. We've got lots of advice coming in all over. We want to make sure that we have a lot of good voices, and so I think my challenge is to actually make a list. I think sometimes we think I got good people in my life, but I think it's important to actually write their names down so that you know who are they. And so I don't know, pull out your phone and make a list on your phone, or grab a napkin and a pen or something, but actually write names on a list. Who are the people that are good voices? They don't always have to be right. They don't have to give you the perfect advice, but after you talk to them, it just feels good. Like they give you a good feeling, and it's encouraging to talk to them. Those are the people that I think you should put on your list, and hopefully you can put your own voice on there, even yourself. You're not always right, but I hope that you give yourself good advice, and you've got some good thoughts yourself. So put your own your own name on there if you can, but also add some other people as well. And you know what? I hope a lot of people on your list are alive. That does help. so that you can talk to them, but they don't have to be, right? There can be people on your list that have passed on, but you still remember what they said and remember their advice, and you can add them as well. And you don't even have to know these people very well. Sometimes we can read books or poetry or listen to music from other people, and the words that they say are very important to us, and so you can add those people to your list as well. And so I think that's what I'm going to do this week. I'm going to make a list of people that have a good influence, a good voice in my life, and I might even step it up a notch and try and add one person to my list and try and think who would be a good person to add to my list, and how do I find that person? How do I take a step towards that person so that I can figure out if they're a good voice for my life, and then maybe add them to my list. So that's the challenge. Thanks for listening, and I just hope that every week is kind of like this, where we have a bit of a good chat and something good to say. So I hope to see you next week, and have a good week. Talk to you later.